Looks like it's live. Hey everybody. I haven't done one of these for a while. I was up in San Francisco today. I dropped a friend off at the airport. Came up to get some coffee and snacks because it's morning. And so here we go, North Beach. All the Italian decorations, delis. Just went to my favorite little bakery. Got some snacks. I had a coffee, triple shot mocha. Love this place, Mara's Pastry. If Kent is watching this, he's already familiar with the one in the middle here. It's called the Cherry Flap, which is a great nickname for a pastry or something adult themed. Good stuff. And it's kind of overcast today. Some fog covering some of the buildings. Transamerica building is clear, but the building next to it is shrouded in a bit of fog there. I don't have my gimbal today, so it's a little shaky. Sorry about that. I'll do my best to compensate. So yeah, North Beach. All the Italian stuff, San Francisco. And then Chinatown is that way, down some of the side streets. Got some time to kill before I go back on the road, so I thought I'd do a quick little walk around. Last time I did it at nighttime, I think, so then I could see it during the daytime. You know you're in North Beach because there's the Italian flag stripes everywhere. And there's a funny restaurant over there called the Chubby Noodle. And there's a famous garlic restaurant over there called the Stinking Rose. That's a red building before the church. So you go there, and lots of good flavors, but man, major heartburn afterward. And then now we're going across, and down here is Chinatown. Maybe I'll dip into Chinatown for a second. Give you guys a flavor of that. And come back to North Beach. Here's Wayne's Company. Little animated. There's the happy guy selling pig with a face on it. Wow. Crazy artwork here. Hey Paul, how's it going? I can't chat obviously because I'm walking and talking, but I see it pop up occasionally. So now we're into Chinatown, and just to be honest, be thankful this isn't smell-o-vision, because it's pretty rough here. All aboard, Little City Meats. Choo choo. All right, we'll go down here a little bit just so you can see. A lot of markets here with open selections of dried animal parts and roots and herbs and all kinds of stuff. So it's actually, a lot of the dried seafood stuff is pretty rough. It's not my thing, obviously, but makes an interesting visual at least. Then we have the fancy Wheatfield Bakery. And here we go, stuff pouring out into the street. All kinds of packages and loose items. So lots of the signs, as you would expect, are in Chinese exclusively. Some are mixed, bilingual. Lots of places called Trading Company, this and that. Here's the Tang Fat Hotel. Mimi Bakery. Apparently this is where the Shangri-La is of mythology, so there you go. And they got this stuff interspersed. There's a Chase Bank and a Walgreens back there. There's a Yicheng General Contractor. But from here it looks like a general goods store, pots and pans and all kinds of stuff. There you go. Hongguan. Lots of wares for display. Chengqi Imports and Exports. Lots of dried goods in there. You can get a sample of the those dried mushrooms and seafood and stuff in here. Dried roots. So yeah, all the way down the street, all the way down to, technically this goes all the way to Market Street. But before that you hit Union Square. There's a break, and that's where Chinatown basically stops. There's a tunnel just before Union Square. Been used in some movies, music videos, stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically some side streets here and there, but this is the main drag down Stockton, going down to Chinatown. And there's another section where you get the actual gate you go through that has the guardian lions on the other side. I think that's Grant Street. Not right by here. Little decorative benches here, like clouds. And then you have the yummy kitchen over there. Somehow I doubt it's yummy, but you be the judge. Yeah, so I want to go back to North Beach. Just wanted to dip in a little bit. If you go further up, there are all kinds of places that actually have endless dried roots and seafood and all kinds of stuff on the street. But I don't think my constitution can take that today, so I will spare myself. Hopefully this is coming through okay, not so choppy. Verizon is a terrible provider. If you saw my on Kent's show, you saw the sloth coverage. I tried to get of the sloth walking around on the ropes and stuff. It was like 1 frame per second. It was just tremendously bad. So since this is my phone now, after I had a part of a massive riff at my company, I'm going to convert this to T-Mobile, which has a much better signal around here, and I'll get much better broadcasts of stuff going forward. So if this one's choppy again, I apologize for that, but I will rectify that with a better provider. And then some of these signs are just falling apart. You can see the scaffolding there. They didn't even bother repairing them because at least one of the sides is working. It's kind of funny. Now we're getting back to the North Beach. You can see this is a funny, like a lot of places around here, you can see there's businesses on the ground floor and housing on the upper floors, just to make use of space. But I love the name of this place, Ristorante Firenze by Night. Look at that font. Hopefully that shows up okay. I can't zoom in on this thing. But yeah, very cheesy. There's the marquee down below. You can see the awning has the name spelled out. Firenze by Night. Got some graffiti here. Back to the cartoon signs here. There's a Mona Lisa. There's a famous restaurant down on North Beach called Mona Lisa. The whole restaurant's decorated with all different drawings of her and paintings of her, and a couple where she's nude, and a couple where she's not smiling. It's kind of funny. There's a little aerial map of a little town with clouds. And then some of these businesses haven't opened yet because it's too early. And some of these buildings are quite old. This Bank of America looks like it's very old. Look at the Art Deco stuff on the corners in a frieze style. It's a relief carved into the stone there. Okay, go down here a little bit. It's funny, this caught me off guard. There's a store here that says candy, but if the C is a candy cane. I just saw my name Andy over there, so it's kind of funny. So. There's a pizzeria, whatever that is. Lots of international languages walking through here. It's like the United Nations. There's the Stinking Rose, famous local garlic restaurant. They've got these like artwork around here for famous like bottles of wine and olive oil and vinegar. There's a nice little old-fashioned scooter there, a little Vespa type thing. Outdoor seating. This is the great Cafe Greco. That's where I had my coffee before I started the stream. Hey, my brother used to carry it all the time. In fact, he had a picture of himself taken by somebody from a local newspaper, sitting there with his coif and his cup and his leg up in the air and his designer jeans. And it was on the wall at Cafe Greco for, God, at least a decade. It's not in there anymore, but it's kind of funny. My brother's 15 minutes of fame. There's a Columbus building. There's this little church here. There's the Transamerica building again. Lots of restaurants around here. There's Pizza Capos, where the Capos hang out for the different crime families. All right, go across here. Got a little more time to kill, so let's go down. Here's Mona Lisa, that I was talking about. That's it right there, Mona Lisa restaurant. Or it's just tons of versions of Mona Lisa inside of it. Actually, the pizza's pretty good. I used to eat there a lot when I come up here. It's run by some real Italian guys. There's the pizzeria. Give you a quick peek inside. It's kind of fancy. And then the Stinking Rose actually used to be down here, but they moved across the street down there, a much bigger, nicer place. Still got a little bit of the Chinese area bleeding into the North Beach. And if you saw my last night stream I did when I came up here, had some pizza and drove around, that's the place I went into, Il Casaro, little wood burning oven pizza place. And right across from that is the cheese boat. Whatever the hell a cheese boat is. Got some funny old decorations here. See, there's the old Stinking Rose sign and clock. That's part of the old location there that's currently empty. This is all Stinking Rose. And now it's all moved across the street. Fancy sign here on the awning. And then before that little pizza place on the corner back there opened up late at night. This was the only late night pizza you could get. Columbus Pizza. It was open like 3, 4 in the morning. So everyone's drunk coming out of the bars, hungry, pile into this place, get some pizza. It's not great, but it's edible. And then we have the Baked Bear ice cream sandwiches. Now the cookies are baked, but since this is California and weed is legal, maybe he's also got the shades on because he's got red eyes and he's trying to hide the fact that he's high. aka baked. So there's the fog on that building over there again. There's the famous Condor, Carol Doda Topless Theater from the 70s. And it was a normal bar for a while, then it became, I think it's back to being a strip club again, but they also have some sports stuff in there, UFC and other kinds of stuff broadcast in there. But the Condor was real famous. Used to have an image of Carol Doda, kind of animated drawing of her, and with the nipples poking through the little top she's wearing, lighting up at night. It's these little red dots. So it's really obvious trashy stuff. This is Broadway in Columbus, and so just a bad. Columbus is the main drag here, going through North Beach, all the way down toward the water, toward Fisherman's Wharf. But Broadway is the main drag here. Going this way, Broadway goes down through Chinatown. There's the new Sun Kong restaurant, but it's closed. So there are all kinds of like strip clubs and sex act clubs here. There's Big Al's and Garden of Eden and all kinds of stuff. I did a tour on this last time I came through here at night. But the funny thing about the Condor, it had the Carol Doda sign saying Condor, and then there was a piano that would come down through the ceiling at one point, and she would come down on the piano, do her dance. And I guess at one point they had an issue with somebody drunk or passed out, or who knows what the hell happened, and somehow they got trapped on the piano and went back up and decapitated him. So of course the New York Post had the famous headline, headless body and topless bar. So again, very classy, a nice San Francisco lore. Yeah, it's fun. And then some more Chinatown then this way, little side streets. You can see some lanterns going across the way down there. It's very decorative, covering the road. And there's the new Love Tea restaurant. I actually prefer the old Love Tea, but new Love Tea is, you take your chances. All right, so we'll go back to, that building on the corner is kind of funny. They used to be a Starbucks for a while, actually. It's a beautiful old stone building with all kinds of sconces and stuff out in front, and it was a goddamn Starbucks for a while. Now it's nothing. It's papered up, but the rent is very expensive around here. After the pandemic, so much shit closed down. I should probably cross here and go back through Little North Beach. Nice shot of Transamerica again with a foggy covered building. There's the famous City Lights bookshop. There's a Jack Kerouac association with that. He used to hang out around here a lot in the old days. He actually has an alleyway down by that yellow building down there called Vesuvio, which is a famous Italian place that Sean Penn and some other locals used to hang out at. He probably even punched somebody there. Anyway, that little alleyway between City Lights Books and that restaurant is called Kerouac Alley or Kerouac Street. So it's named after him. And there's some kind of banners up there, and they always have his stuff in the window. Some famous imagery of him. And then down here, there's actually, here's the Hungry Eye, which is topless for the longest time. I think it also used to be a comedy club for a while. There's the Garden of Eden, had live sex acts back in the old days on stage. Here's the Beat Museum. So you got Jack Kerouac, Ginsberg, all kinds of famous people. Here's the famous shot that they repainted with Kerouac and his buddy. And Kerouac.com is the Beat Museum. So here are the guys, Kerouac, Ginsberg, and Burroughs. There's a quote for you there. I've never been in here actually, but they have all kinds of memorabilia, books related to beat, music, all kinds of stuff. Kind of interesting. One of these days I'll walk through here, but don't have that much time today. So back through here, Some alleyways. Nice golden black doors, very classy. Perfect for somebody like Trump. Ah, look at those fancy bongs, man. Very scientific. There's some that have clowns on them. There's a Rick and Morty bong. Some skulls. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, so it's still a topless a-go-go, looks like. Now I'll go back through. There's some nice artwork on top of the Chinese restaurant there. Local history. See some Fisherman's Wharf stuff there. Musicians. Some famous folks up there. They've got lawn bowling there for the Italian community. There's Coit Tower in the middle at the top by the moon. All kinds of stuff. Lots of history right there. You can freeze frame that later if you want to study it. You got to keep going. And let's see. There's that cheap pizza place I was talking about earlier. It's open late. There's Mona Lisa restaurant from a distance. Here's the famous cheese boat again. What the fuck that is? Probably some kind of fondue thing. Oh, here you go. There's the cheese boat. Look at that. It's an actual cheese boat. Veggie combo. Chakapuli, whatever that is. King Kali. Yeah, looks like it's Russian goodies. They have Georgian wines from Russia. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at those pictures later for the menu. So now we're walking down, what is this street? I always forget. Oh, this is Grant. So Grant, there's a famous crossing, Grant and Green. There's a bar there. And one of my favorite pizza places right by there. I'm going to stop and get some stuff on the way out. There's a saloon. I walked by here one night. There's some live music. 1851. 1861, sorry. What else we got here? So this is the little side street through North Beach, aka Little Italy. And they have these Italian-themed lights on at nighttime. See the strings going across? Very boring during the daytime. That's also why they have painted garages and painted stripes on all the light poles, so you know where you are. They've got all kinds of random artwork around here. It's kind of interesting. Someone's shirt with San Francisco on it. That's another good place, Cafe Trieste, a coffee place. But I still prefer Greco. Got some shoes. Got a, looks like a kangaroo bag. Kind of creepy. So all kinds of little bars and restaurants down this street. I'm actually parked in front of an old stomping ground called the Savoy Tivoli, which totally redesigned after some structural damage and some other stuff. I just walked in there before I went to get my coffee. There's a real cool hangout at night till the usual bar's closing time, which is 2 a.m. in these parts. I used to go there with my friends a lot, have all kinds of fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of those little badges around here. There's one with somebody in a snow hat and jacket with an image of San Francisco on it, a little white and orange thing there. And here's the best cannabis in the city, North Beach. Taupe. And so because of pandemic, they have all this outdoor seating everywhere. which is very nice now because you don't need it anymore for pandemic, but it's cool to have some open air stuff where these restaurants never had it before. Now they all have it. So the after effects are actually kind of nice. Find outdoor seating anywhere. And if you're walking around at 2 in the morning with a slice of pizza and you want to sit down for a bit, these places are all closed. They don't care if you sit there. You just pick one of these spots and have a nice little sit. This is a nice little place. Maggie McGarry's Irish Bar. Almost always have some live music in there. I walked by here that one night. You could hear some music in there. Here's Grant Green. So Ulysses S. Grant on the sign there from the $100 bill. Sorry, $50 bill. And of course it's green like money. And it's on the corner of Grant and Green. Now if you take Grant all the way down back through Chinatown, that's where you end up hitting the other place I talked about, the arches and the lions. And it's a really touristy part of north of Chinatown, where there's all kinds of little shops selling stuff like knives and all kinds of stuff you really shouldn't be carrying around, like belt buckle knives and things that are probably illegal. Bang snaps, all kind of stuff that people basically frown upon. But they sell it anyway. And then all this uphill parking here, which is often where I park when I can. Oops, my headphone fell out. So you get the idea of the altitude here. Now we're pretty close to Coit Tower, so it's about higher than that top of the hill there. And you go above that hill and down, and there's like another little hill, and then it goes down from there. So North Beach is right up against the hillside. And then you got this place called American Bites. Looks like it used to be a restaurant. Now it's a boutique of some kind, but they kept all the... oh wait, no, it's up here. American Bites is a restaurant. We got some icons of music and entertainment. There's Old Blue Eyes, chairman of the board, etc., etc. Alrighty. That's about it for now. You get a nice little quick tour of North Beach, a little bit of Chinatown. I think my pizza place is about to open. I'll do a quick shot of that Savoy Tivoli I was telling you about, because it looks kind of cool. And then I'll stop the stream so I can chow down. A lot of boutiques around here selling various things. This place is really cool. It's this tiny hole-in-the-wall place, 101 Music. They used to have 2 locations, like a block apart. And the guy collects all kinds of like old records and CDs, music instruments. I bought many things here over the years. And it's this tiny little hole-in-the-wall place, not open very many hours of the day, but interesting place. They always have old posters here of the events way back when. You know, nice shot of North Beach here with Coit Tower, and then the hillside and all the little shops and tiny streets. But they post things here like parties and music events and other things going on North Beach First Fridays. Looks like they have something today. Interesting. So, and because I'm on the go, I won't be able to join Pro Synth Network today, unfortunately. I can probably listen to it on the way home, but I won't be able to admin it or chat because I'll be driving. But hope this will give you guys a little bit of entertainment before PSN. And again, you can see the shops around here. We'll call paparazzi. Little boutiques selling some clothes and stuff. Here's the old Savoy Tivoli. So terracotta tiles, old gates, stone walls. Very old place from like 1907, I think. There's a little car with a palm tree. All the old signs still up here. There are the colored lights, and it's got a lot of history. There's the original entrance to the main bar side. And this is the open air part that used to be, this used to be a smoking patio separated out from the rest of the place by a wall, open air, and then they had a place you could close the doors if you wanted to. And this bar that's in the middle used to be up against this wall to my right, and then all the seating was out there. Now they put it all in the center, and they have live music here now. So they have live bands coming here, and they have, I'll show you the sign here. Got a very colorful sign. The Savoy Tivoli. Lots of other stuff around here. Pizza by the slice here. This is North Beach Pizza, which is a chain throughout the Bay Area. Actually pretty damn good. But, you know, not authentic Italian, but very good pizza. So if you're around here, look for North Beach Pizza. If they're open, they're pretty tasty. Coit Tower is actually back there behind these buildings. Won't be able to see it from here, but if I parked up on the hill on the way back, you can often see it poking through one of the streets. But, so yeah, that is North Beach. Here's a funny image for you guys here. What the hell's going on here? It's a smiley face. They put a smiley on this crazy cutout mannequin thing. And on this guy too. And little tchotchkes. So I'll just keep it going a little bit longer on the way back to get my pizza. There's the Savoy Tivoli again. And vintage clothes. There's an Elvis shirt there. What else we got here? A lot of clothing places here. A few other little markets, and there's even like a Whole Foods, natural foods type market here. It's quite nice, but small. There you go. That's very nice. Look at this. Lady slept here from February 10th. Interesting. Guess they put a plaque up for a homeless person that slept here. And they got personal training. They got boutiques for all kinds of vintage stuff. Some places are dead businesses, so they're boarded up. That can't be good. Is that paint or is that burned? Oh, it's vintage clothes here. There's a little Chinese symbol there for you. Some more decorative. There's a lot of decorative stuff around here. This is a little Star Wars montage. Even the Ewoks getting ready to get down. And of course the band is ready to play. There's a liquor store. So get an idea of place. There's the Transamerica building popping up over there. That's a cool bottle there. Look at that. Tall bottle. Back to Grant Green. And now we have some other restaurants here, including the Gino and Carlo Sodini's restaurant. The Chubby Noodle place I had from the other angle. And one of my favorite places, Golden Boy Pizza. So that little yellow doorway right there, that was Music 101's other location. Or was it the one next to it? I forgot. I think it was one of these two buildings here next to each other. That was the second location. So basically a block away, he had a second location with all kinds of like used music instruments, records, CDs, tapes, DVDs. Pretty fun place. Never know what you're going to find there. Just Tattoo Boogaloo. I can already smell the Golden Boy Pizza. Sign isn't on, but see the finger going down here? Golden Boy Pizza, established 1978. So the guy who founded this place was a former Golden Gloves boxing champion. And I guess he made a living out of boxing and some other stuff. He decided to open a pizza place up here. And I haven't come up here since 2000, maybe 97. After hours with friends, after drinking. This place was always open late. There's a huge line outside. After COVID, they don't let you sit inside, so you just have people lined up on the street and eating out on the sidewalk. But it's fine because it's good quality, little kind of Chicago style bready pizza, kind of thick pizza, but very tasty and not too expensive. So anyway, yeah, good stuff. So thanks, guys, if you're checking it out. I like this little firehouse that's now called Bon Gusto. So yeah, that's the end of this little micro tour through North Beach and through Chinatown. Thanks, guys, for hanging out, and I'll watch it back later for all the fun comments. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Enjoy PSN. I'm going to be listening as I eat my pizza and driving back home. Catch you guys later.